Ronell Nolan, President, CEO, Health Agents for America, coming to you live this Wednesday, directly after the House and Senate Insurance Committee meetings. I wanted to share with you the update on the bills that HAFA was watching and what exactly happened this morning. HB 152 by Chad Brown, Chairman Chad Brown, was to provide coverage for acupuncture. This is a mandate bill, and HAFA has tried to educate the House Insurance Committee, the Senate Insurance Committee, and all representatives on the fact that after the ACA was passed and the essential benefits were outlined, any state mandate passed by a state must be funded by the state's budget. They made an amendment to this bill. Blue Cross worked with the Acupuncture Society and made it applicable to only large group, which brought that fiscal note down. And the Department of Insurance stated that they think it'll be a zero gain, so it might not cost the state any money, but it did pass out of committee with amendments. HB 263 by Representative Huval is one that we supported that provides insurance coverage for step therapy or first fail protocol. So that passed with amendments. HB 296 passed with amendments, and basically it states that you have to provide a written notice of a cancellation of an insurance policy. You can't just verbally call and say you want to cancel a policy. It needs to be in writing. That is something that I know our members do, that most agents that I know do, to cover ourselves, to cover our clients, to make sure it's exactly what they want us to do and when they want us to do it. But we were told this is a department bill. They were looking to clean up the language and make sure that everyone made sure to terminate their coverage in writing. Let's see what else I want to share with you. There was a bill, HB 839 by Representative Owen, we were concerned about. Blue Cross said that they liked it. It was something that they already have, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on if you've used this service. Blue Cross said that they have a service that they provide, how much they would pay on certain procedures by different doctors. So it was the first I've heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it, but the bill would require all insurance companies to do it. Blue Cross said it's something that they already do. I think they said they call it Blue Saver, so same as the high deductible individual plan. But I will find out more about that. But that bill was pulled. It might be heard next week, but even if it's heard, it has no time to make it through the process unless there is some type of miracle. So those were the bills that were heard in the House committee. Now that was what has a chance of making it through the process. What wasn't heard, and almost, unless there's a miracle, will not have a chance to make it through the process, is HB 283 by Representative Cruz, that we worked so hard on, did a lot of grassroots to provide balanced billing for the citizens of Louisiana. So once again, by some miracle, Louisiana loses, our citizens lose. They continue to go to the right doctor, the right hospital, and they're put to sleep, or their x-rays are read by a non-network physician, and they receive a surprise billing. So that might be heard next week. Even if it is heard next week, it does not have time to make it onto the House floor for passage, over to the Senate, and then the Senate floor, and then signed by the governor. So that was a bill that was not heard, and made me very sad that we passed mandate bills, but bills as important as balanced billing were not held, were not listened or presented. Now, the room was full of hospital doctor lobbyists, so it would have been a big fight. I'm not sure if the bill would have gotten out of committee, but Louisiana citizens deserve better. And then there was a bill that we were a bit concerned about, but the commissioner had been working on amendments with the associations, and that was HB 614 by Representative Seabaugh, and that was the cybersecurity, data security bill that I've been talking about over the last several months. It wasn't heard, along with probably, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8 bills, 8, 9 bills that were not heard. Basically, the chairman said, let me know if you think your bill is important and you'd like it to be heard next week, and we possibly will have 2 meetings. So more on the House Insurance Committee. The Senate Insurance Committee, I was not in Senate Insurance. I was watching that on my phone because it's hard to be in 2 places at the same exact time. But there were mandate bills on this side too, which just blows my mind. I was talking to the lobbyist for Blue Cross after, and I told him that I'd sent the law, the statute, everything in the federal bill about how this plays out if you add a state mandate, and it just doesn't seem like people get it. They don't say it in testimony. Nobody says it. Even the insurance company lobbyist, no one says it. And it just blows my mind. And I guess I go back to what my preacher told me one time, and that was stay in your lane. So while I think knowledge is power, and I think that it's important for legislators to understand the impact of what they do at the Capitol, it doesn't really affect my bottom line. Because if they pass state mandates, it's not absorbed by the insurance companies. Therefore, the rates should not go up, but the state budget will be affected. That really doesn't affect our business directly. So I wanted to just give you a brief update, what happened in House and Senate Insurance. I'm happy to answer any questions. I want to thank you for all the letters and emails that you sent about balance billing. It'll continue to be on the Louisiana list of bills, I am sure. Maybe the federal government can get something done. Maybe U.S. Bill Cassidy, Senator Bill Cassidy, that we continue to support, can get something done, because it doesn't seem like Louisiana can handle the battle, because the battle's huge. Other than that, I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, May 14th, at the ICRA webinar, 1 hour CE for Louisiana agents. Please register. I'm going to ask that you send me your full name, address, and license number so I can make sure that you get credit, and I'll upload that information to the Department of Insurance. But other than that, have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'm honored to represent you.